leaving my mark like it. I see no biggie. Call me Hillary, stay at the bank. Making moves like I'm hot in the shank. I'm low key, but I pop out in blank. This bun on my knife, I'm trying to look.
First opened way back in 1924, but renovated in 2002. There's a look inside venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the San Francisco 49ers and the Chicago Bears. Ready to get us started, Rodrigo Blankenship. And off we go from Soldier Field. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Fields passing on the first play from scrimmage. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And some room to roam now. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Santos with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans... But guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it. And some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll go for it. Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. It's a gain of 4 that time. And the 49ers are going to get a first. Throwing now is Lance. That's caught. It's DeMarcus Robinson. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
10 seconds. Ready?
Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll go down at the 28.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Lance. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. The 30. 10. And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, 34 yards. And the 49ers are back within a score. Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Now it's Fields being chased out left. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Fields. Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On play action, Fields. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports. coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That whole thing was thrown off track thanks to the defense of Fred Warner. Really nice play.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
Santos for the Bears field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Shotgun now for Lance. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
81 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. On first down, it's Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Fields on third down. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Now Fields. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off by Melvin Ingram. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Fields. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
be out of bounds right at the 40. The danger of a punt that good? A 16-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if Bobby kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake. Lance. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, and instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense.
Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Forced out to his left. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So he got 9 yards that time, but he needed 10, and it brings up 4th and 1. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready. Let's go. Start.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
Love the play call that time. Love the design. You put 3 tight ends on the field. That screams jumbo set, running formation to a defense, right? No, they go play action, and defense gets confused for just a split second. And next thing you know, completion for good yardage.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Play action. Now it's Lance. He'll buy some time right. He'll get this complete to Charlie Warner. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On the move to his left. He finds Kittle going across the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They fake the handoff. Now Lance. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score.
Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games. And we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the 3rd quarter. On first down, Fields. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Second and 10. Fields again. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Fields on first down. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
91 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Fields. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Now it's Fields. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And that one's not coming back for Santos. It's no good, wide right. And this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8.
Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. On play action, Lance out to his left. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
A healthier Kittle was back in his Pro Bowl form in 2021. Even missing 13 games the last 3 years, he's still 2nd among tight ends in yards since his breakout 2018 campaign. Gets another chunk of yards there and a 1st down with that catch.
He'll get it up near midfield to the 49 before being taken down. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 1st time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit. and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
They'll roll him out right. To the right side, and he's got more complete.
He's got room at the 30.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Up the middle, here's Elliott. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now.
Fields
looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 70.
And the Bears are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Thanks to Frank Clark, that play was doomed from the start. What a job defensively.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
And man, is Ayuk complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible. Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
And Lance going to throw.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
151 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign.
He's going to look deep for more. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And they'll get this up to the 10, but that's all. A nice job there to bring him down defensively.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down.
To throw, it's Lance.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Finding Samuel.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now a play fake. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Again, it's Lance.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game.
He's got a man, complete.
And he is going to have the Niners first down, and that was something else. A big pickup on 4th and long to give him a new set of downs. Throwing now is Lance. And he's got it. And the 49ers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And this is going to be taken in by the Bears, and it appears they're going to win this game. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And just how they envisioned the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0.
The city always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opening. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Chicago, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with a Green Bay